Armies stopped scrolling for a second, because Jungkook just said something no one expected about Taeyong. For years, fans have been guessing about their real relationship, but now Jungkook himself has finally spoken the truth. And trust me, what he revealed is going to shock the entire fandom. You need to hear every word of this. After months of silence, Jungkook finally decided to address what everyone has been whispering about: his relationship with Taeyong. It all started during a recent live broadcast, when Jungkook was asked a question that caught him completely off guard. Instead of avoiding it like usual, he took a deep breath, smiled for a moment, and said something that instantly made fans' hearts stop. His words weren't just random, they were filled with meaning. Jungkook talked about how much Taeyong means to him, how their bond has been tested over the years, and how people will never truly understand what goes on between them. Fans immediately flooded social media, saying this was the most honest Jungkook has ever been about Taeyong. And the best part? What he said next left everyone speechless. When Jungkook finally spoke, his tone was calm, but his words carried weight. He said, "People always try to define what Taeyong and I are. But honestly, no one can except us." That one sentence instantly sent the fandom into chaos. Fans replayed the clip over and over, analyzing every word, every expression, trying to decode the deeper meaning behind his voice. Jungkook continued, explaining that he and Taeyong have been through moments that fans never saw: the struggles, the disagreements, the late-night talks, and the times they almost drifted apart. But then he said something that silenced everyone. "No matter what happens, Taeyong is my brother. He's someone I trust completely. Even when we don't see each other for a while, the bond never fades." Those words hit differently. It wasn't just fan service or a rehearsed answer. It was raw honesty. The kind that reminded everyone why armies fell in love with BTS in the first place. Jungkook wasn't just talking about friendship, he was talking about loyalty, love, and growth. Within minutes, hashtags like #JungkookTruth about Taeyong and #Taekook Forever started trending worldwide. Clips of the moment spread across TikTok and Twitter, with fans writing emotional messages about how much they missed seeing the two together. Just when the fandom thought the story had ended there, Taeyong surprised everyone. A few days after Jungkook's statement went viral, Taeyong appeared during his own live broadcast, calm, smiling, and completely unbothered by the chaos online. But then, out of nowhere, a fan asked him about Jungkook's recent words. For a moment, Taeyong didn't say anything. He just laughed softly, looked down, and said, "That's Jungkook for you." The chat exploded instantly, thousands of armies begging him to explain what he meant. Then, Taeyong looked straight into the camera and continued, "We've known each other for more than 10 years. You don't need to say everything to understand someone. Sometimes, just knowing they're still there is enough." That single line hit millions of fans right in the heart. It wasn't a dramatic confession or a flashy statement. It was something deeper. Something only people who've been through years of friendship, fame, and pressure together could truly understand. Within hours, clips of Taeyong's response spread everywhere. Fans called it the most emotional Taekook moment of the year. Others said it proved that no matter how busy or distant they seemed, their bond remained unbreakable. And just when everyone thought the moment was over, Jungkook himself reacted to the clip, leaving one short but powerful comment that sent armies into meltdown: "Always young." Purple heart after Jungkook's simple but powerful comment, "Always young." The internet completely exploded. Within minutes, millions of fans were quoting it, posting edits, and sharing old Taekook moments that suddenly carried a whole new meaning. Hashtags like #AlwaysYoung and #TaekookIsReal trended worldwide for days. But beyond all the noise and theories, something deeper became clear. This wasn't just about rumors, ships, or fan service. This was about two people who've grown up together under the same spotlight, facing pressure that most of us could never imagine. From their trainee days when they used to share meals and dreams in a tiny dorm room, to the massive stadiums where they now perform in front of millions, Jungkook and Taeyong have always had each other's backs. Even when the cameras stop rolling, that connection remains. Quiet, real, and strong. Jungkook's truth and Taeyong's calm response reminded everyone that friendship isn't about being seen together all the time. It's about loyalty, trust, and the unspoken understanding that no matter what happens, they're still family. So while the world keeps guessing and fans keep debating, one thing remains certain: the bond between Jungkook and Taeyong isn't just friendship. It's something timeless. something that doesn't fade with distance, fame, or time. And maybe that's the real truth Jungkook wanted to share all along. Purple Heart, after all the noise faded. After the hashtags, the edits, the countless theories, what remained wasn't just another viral moment. It was a reminder. Behind the lights, the stages, and the fame, Jungkook and Taehyung are still just two boys who grew up chasing the same dream. Two souls who carried each other through sleepless nights, pressure, and expectations the world will never fully understand. Short pause, piano note sustains, studio microphone, soft, sincere tone. The world sees idols. But in each other's eyes, they see something simpler, family. When Jungkook said, "No one can define us except us," it wasn't just about him and Taeyong. It was a message about every bond that survives silence, distance, and change. A message that real love, whether it's friendship or brotherhood, doesn't need constant proof. It just is. Music rises slightly, emotional peak, studio microphone, more powerful tone, hopeful. And maybe that's why their story resonates so deeply with armies. Because we've all had someone like that. Someone who's been there quietly through every high and low. Someone who reminds us that loyalty doesn't always need words. 3-second pause, instrumental holds, studio microphone, final closing tone. So as the spotlight moves and the years go by, one thing will always stay the same. The bond between Jungkook and Taehyung isn't just friendship, it's forever. Soft echo effect on forever. Musical note, music swells gently, fade out into silence. Over the years we've watched Jungkook and Taehyung grow. Not just as idols but as people. From shy trainees sharing late-night ramen and dreams, to global icons standing on the biggest stages in the world. Their journey has been one of faith, resilience, and love. Short pause, faint background crowd noise like concert ambience, studio microphone, reflective tone. Their friendship isn't perfect. It's real, built on laughter, misunderstandings, forgiveness, and quiet understanding. And maybe that's why it means so much to armies everywhere. Because what they have is something we all long for. A connection that survives time, distance, and change. Music swells, orchestral strings join piano, studio microphone, deeper cinematic tone. Jungkook and Taehyung's story reminds us that fame fades, trends die, but love, real love, doesn't. It evolves. It grows stronger in silence. It lives on in the memories, in the smiles, in every small moment they've shared on and off stage. Soft pause, let music breathe for 2 seconds, studio microphone, warm, inspiring tone. That's the legacy of Taekook. Not rumors, not headlines, but a bond that represents everything BTS stands for. Trust, unity, and the kind of love that never needs to be explained. Music swells to its peak, emotional montage of BTS clips, ending with Jungkook and Taehyung smiling on stage together, studio microphone, final line, gentle, heartfelt. So as their journey continues, one truth remains. Taehyung and Jungkook don't just share a friendship, they share a legacy. One that will live forever in the hearts of armies. Purple Heart, musical note. Music fades out slowly. Soft wind or heartbeat sound fade to black.